Hi friends, Toombi here. Welcome back to my channel. Spring has sprung, so it's time to do some repotting. I received this beautiful arrangement from my 5-year-old niece as a birthday present. She aptly named it Unicorn, so even though I will be separating these two plants today, they will both forever be named Unicorn. The toe plant is a Medora elegans or Parlour Palm, and the floral plant is a white Kalanchoe or Kalanchoe. Both these plants work well in close proximity. However, I personally think the pot they're in is way too small for the both of them. I think there is enough soil in there to repot both plants, but I'll use some extra soil that I have in this baby rubber plant. This was also filled with a few different plants when I originally received it. I did have to take out the smaller plants after some of them had started dying. If you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Before we get started, I'm just going to lay down some plastic to minimize my mess. I just put down an unused bin bag, but you can use whatever you'd like. I also put down an A3 sheet of white paper, mostly for you to see better. If I wasn't recording, I wouldn't have it on there. I'm just going to tape it down to make sure it doesn't move around. So now that we're all set up, it's now time to repot. I think what's happening here is as this guy is growing, the Kalanchoe is just suffering. And I think that's why this leaf over here has started to sort of flop over the side there. It's actually got a tear in it, so that needs to go. I also see on the Medora, there's a couple bits here that are very brown. So I'm just gonna use my stickers here to just get rid of those bits. I'm gonna get rid of this leaf on the Kalanchoe. Just gonna give it a little tug, because sometimes when leaves are broken, they're already dead, so you can just pull them off. No, this one is still attached. And there we go, and you can tell this leaf was suffering. It's probably a good thing that I got rid of it. These are just old pots that I found around the house. I highly recommend, if you buy any plants, to keep these pots because they're so good when it comes to repotting. And as you can see, I haven't changed the size because both these plants are quite young enough that they fit into a jar this size. I'm glad they've come to me because now I'm gonna give them both each their own home. So first thing, I would just squeeze the pot to try to loosen all the dirt. By the way, I'm doing this while the plants are dry. Do not repot while it's wet. It will just be messy and you could damage the root system. So just separate out the dirt. This will help separate the two plants. Oh, look at that. I'm just gonna loosen the soil a little bit to try and get as close to the root system without getting rid of all the soil. When I get the rest of that soil out, just so we have a pile of it here and I can inspect it, make sure there are no fungus gnats or bugs or anything in it. So I've had a look at the soil and it seems fine. I'm just gonna chuck in a bit of soil at the bottom so that it's not all the way down too close to the bottom. And then I just pack it in on the sides. actually might not need the soil from the baby rubber plant. We basically do the same for the Kalanchoe. I love saying that word, Kalanchoe. Okay. Okay, I think I might have to take some of the soil from the baby rubber plant. Definitely thought I had enough, but not quite. Once you've put the plant in, just fiddle with it to make sure that it's in the position that you want it to. With the Kalanchoe, I wasn't really able to push down because it's got all these beautiful leaves on the outside. I don't want to ruin them in case they end up like the one we just had to take off. So instead, I was pushing closer to the roots right on the inside here, just using my fingers to pat it down. But with the Parlour Palm, because it's so tall, I can actually just get right in there and just pat down. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit of soil and just putting it on the top. I think I'm happy with that. I've made it quite full. Once I water them, they should settle a little bit more. I'm gonna put some more in this too. I think we're done. Our plants are repotted, and yeah, now I just have to go and water them. I personally prefer to bottom water whenever I'm able to, as this encourages the root system to be uniformly moist, and it also minimizes the chance of washing away all the nutrients on top of the soil. Since I got my first plant that you all helped me name, Timothy McDaniels, my collection has started to grow. I know I wasn't sure about getting a peace lily before, but when I woke up on Christmas morning and my husband had put this guy under the Christmas tree for me, I instantly fell in love with it, and it's been thriving ever since. I also have a common English ivy and a peperomia napolilites, which were both separated from the variegated rubber plant. This wonderful snake plant is a gift from my mother-in-law. If you've never cared for plants and would like to, snake plants make a great starter plant. And here they are having a lovely sunbath. So as I was editing this video, I received a beautiful birthday present from one of my bestest people in the world. One of them was a little bit damaged from being transported, but I just cut off the dying leaves and now it looks perfect. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click the subscribe button before you go. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.